Unemployment numbers are coming out here. All the trades are in a nice plus. Move here to the upside in today's candle, back into the lows here of $53,000. In the next 15 minutes, we are witnessing potentially a really big ignition of the next leg to the upside for Bitcoin. What I'm talking about is the unemployment numbers CPI forecast in the US. If the numbers coming in lower than expected, then you should get buckled up for a big move to the upside. Let's go. We jump straight into ZOOMEX because the trade that we took yesterday here together is already exploding. I'm here $8,000 more or less in a profit already. Don't forget, guys, if you sign up with the link in the description to ZOOMEX, you get $45,000 worth of bonuses and a $10 bonus immediately just for signing up. So take advantage of that. So our trade here is doing quite well, and I believe that soon we're gonna get here into 5 figures, potentially, like I said, in the next 15 minutes. And now on WEEX, similar situation. All the trades are in a nice plus here. Overall, over $25,000 of a profit running here in these trades. You remember how I laddered in each and single one of them. Now it starts to pay off. Unemployment numbers are coming out here. In 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you might actually see this video before the numbers are coming out. I hope you will, so that you can take advantage of the potential move that is coming here. You see the forecast is 3.1%, previously was 3.3. If we come in at 3.1 or lower, expect Bitcoin to rip to the upside. Just imagine. So this is crazy, guys. You know, so this is really something crazy. So listen. Imagine it comes in under 3%. Just let that sink in for a moment. Under 3%. Can you imagine what's going to happen to the whole crypto market? We're gonna see a green dildo that we haven't seen in a really long time. I can guarantee you that. But I don't want to call it. You know, so I don't want to call it. That's why I said imagine. I would be happy with 3.1, even 3 points, just 3 points percent, absolutely fine, because the market's going to rip. Now, what's going to happen if we come higher in? Let's say we come in at 3.3 again, and the number stays the same. Either I think we're going to see a small shakeout, a quick move to the downside, and then the market comes back up because realized nothing really changed. Or we come in at 3.2, I think then the market will just do nothing. Honestly. So there's either nothing or a quick shakeout, and on the other side, with the higher probability that we're coming in lower than expected and seeing a nice pump to the upside in 1 hour and 15 minutes. There are, of course, again, some confluences to that CPI pump in the charts. First of all, here, the fractal from the prior move to the upside. So we finally got now this move here to the upside in today's candle on the daily chart. As you can see here, that was also anticipated by the fractal. But again, take that with a grain of salt. We are not moving every single day according to the fractal. There will be days where we are 1 or 2 days off, and then it's catching up again. So just be aware of that. It will not follow to the T the fractal here, even though today we are exactly doing that. But it's the nice thing about this is that we now moving away from the downward sloping trend line, and when we are going to where is it? The resistance chart. Okay, I don't know where it is right now. It's fine. That could signal that we are getting ready to move finally to the upside and break out of this correction phase. But for that, we need to reclaim the $60,400 level and form support above there, because you see here when I have here my dashed line and I leave it there is the support level here because of all these wicks that touch that line. So we need to get above that to turn us back into support, and only then we have our confirmation that we are ready to move out of that correction phase. Now on the weekly chart also, we are still fighting with the 21 exponential moving average. If CPI comes in lower than expected, then we most likely trade above $60,000 in like 2 hours from now. And if we can close in 3 days, then the candle above, that will be then also your signal that this whole move below that was just a bull market fake out, as we have seen it many times in the past. And from there, it will be for the next couple of weeks just a gradual move to the upside. Now, something else that is also really bullish and giving me a super good mood today is that we are finally on the Wall Street cheat sheet here on the Heiken Naschen candles, finally put in a green candle. Now, the only problem is we need to wait 2.5 days to get the confirmation to close that candle. But once this candle is closed, that will be the nail in the coffin that this bear trap is concluded and that we will not run back into the lows here of $53,000. We will not do that again. We will also not go to 54 again. So as long as we can close this candle as it is, consider if you bought down here, this as a really huge opportunity that you had in your hands and took advantage of. If you didn't, you have to wait for the next bigger correction. So, but for everybody that was listening to me and was taking trades with me together, congratulations. Once we are closing in 2.5 days this candle, you will have your confirmation that you bought the local bottom in this bear trap before we continue the gradual move back to the upside. Here is my correction chart. So now we don't need to talk about this anymore because we just did this. But let's move on here to the 4-hourly chart with the MDX Algo suite. So here you see the candles start to get heated. Basically like this candle here, we have now kind of 3-4 candles like this in this kind of heat. So they are not fully red yet. When we are getting fully red, that is the moment where we need to pay really close attention to what's happening with the Bitcoin price, because it means that the price is overheated and most likely to retrace a little bit, to cool off, to get at least back here into a blue phase, and then maybe see continuation here on the 4-hourly chart. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. But overall, now it would be not too late to get into this trade here from the W pattern that you see, and to trade this into the supply area up here in purple of $64,000. So if you see this video and we are still around 58, 600, 400, 200, these are still good levels to enter. If we're at 59, 400, don't do it anymore, so don't do it because we are close to this upward sloping resistance line, and there's a high likely chance that if you take the same stop loss, that this will actually really hurt your portfolio. So, and that is something that we need to avoid. Only enter once we are breaking above $60,000, not below that. If we are just below 60, don't do it. It's too risky, because if we get from here rejected to the downside, and we get a really quick move here to like $56,700, you get stopped out. That is almost a 10% move to the 8% move to the downside. So if you have 25x on that trade, you get liquidated. So that's why I'm saying don't do that. Wait for confirmation. So either you get in here when you see this video in time. If not, wait until we are above 60,000 and then trade this to $64,000. Otherwise, stay away from this trade. If you want the same indicators that told me beforehand, because remember, I told you that when we got here, these green candles, that most likely we are going now back to the upside and complete this W pattern. You can go back like 3 days ago, I think it was, where I called this, that when you get the buy tag, most of the time it's too late. Not too late in terms of entering the trade, but too late to catch the perfect bottom here. That's why I entered previously here on the take profit point of the sell signal. That's where I entered more or less in my trades, a little bit higher actually, but in the same candle. So I took a little bit more risk, but I would have not taken that if I would have not seen that this short trade would have TP'd down here. And that was the exact reason why I took the trade from down there. So this suite can help you a lot in terms of making money, guys. So you should definitely go to MDX Algo. That's how the interface looks. A link is in the description below and in the pin comment below. And I negotiated something else for you guys. If you go with my link to MDX Algo, you get a 10% immediate discount for signing up on MDX Algo. So go and check this out. Now, when we're looking at the open interest and see again how the price is driven, nothing has really changed here. It's still spot and leverage driven. We see here some smaller corrections in the open interest, but this is basically longs taking profit and shorts getting liquidated. That has nothing to do with longs getting liquidated, because it makes no sense, because we go to the upside right now. So, and overall leverage is still increasing. So this is still a really healthy picture that I see here right now. Just be wary that when CPI comes out, this can change really, really quickly. When we go to the 50 minutes chart, here I also see way more upside right now, as long as we keep the trajectory, for the simple reason that we just broke the Monday high, and that means we are now ready to continue to move into higher prices, most likely trying to target that high here of $59,400. Potentially we get a retest to the Monday high of $58,200. Based on the stochastic giving a sell signal, RSI coming down, but MACD still looks good. So there is a potential that we just come back to the Monday high, retest this as support like this, and then bounce back to the upside. Now, in terms of liquidation levels, we are about to retest the 0.5 level on the Fibonacci retracements. We came here perfectly after the rejection here, again into the golden ratio. That would have been your perfect entry level if you would have seen this. And now we are trying to break above the golden ratio, the 0.5. And at the same time, we are now also trying to move above the EMA ribbon, which is also bullish. In terms of liquidation levels, again, he has not changed a lot since yesterday. It got a little bit more dense here in this area from $60,000 to $64,000, but not much. Overall liquidity, of course, still remains to the upside. If I refresh this here, you're going to see that actually not a lot of shorts close their positions, which they should do in a situation like that. You see here still the hottest area, $65,000. If CPI comes in for some weird reason under 3%, expect that we see a God candle to that $65,000 level, but most likely we are also getting rejected from there, because there's a lot of sell pressure sitting up there, and a lot of new shorts also sitting up there. And that's why I expect from there, in the initial movement to the upside, a rejection back to like 64, 63. Then we gain momentum with some consolidation and then break through that level. Below us, like I said, if CPI comes in at 3.2, we could see a quick sweep to the downside of like 56,600, 57,000 dollars, something like that, just to take out newly built long liquidity down here, and then continue to go to the upside. But right now, everything is favored to go up and not down. And guys, trading right now is for you quite boring, or it's too stressful and you want to just relax, go to a football match, sign up on BYBIT. You can predict there how the last couple of games are playing out in the UEFA Football Cup, and win tickets to the final paid by BYBIT. And you also stand a chance to win $500,000 worth of a prize pool that they have. So you see, you have still 3 days time to take part in this, and then it's over. So, but if you want to do something else in trading, that might be something for you. Now, also here on the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, we are breaking now above the support line. I need to get a 12-hour, like in a daily candle closed above that to confirm the break. Preferably all the way up here to the last point of support, to $60,000 today, and close just below that. I don't need to stay above that level. Just below that would be fine, because then we are above that support line here, and it would confirm that we are now definitely in a reaccumulation Wyckoff pattern and gradually going back into higher prices. Now on the 1 hourly chart, we have already reclaimed the 0.5 level on the Fibonacci retracements. And as you can see here, what I mentioned yesterday, I told you I did not like that we were breaking out here at this point. I told you that most likely we're coming back down and then see another move to the upside. And here I mentioned yesterday, I don't want to see that we're coming back into this pennant and go all the way down here, because then chances are that we're actually going lower. So luckily that did not happen. We got a lot of wicks here around the downward sloping resistance line, now support, and bounce from there back to the upside, reclaimed all these Fibonacci retracement levels, flipped them into support, and now are ready to continue to move here to the upside. So also really healthy here on the 1 hourly chart. In terms of targets on the daily chart, again, the VPVR is clearly showing that there is some resistance at $62,788 immediately above us, but also $60,800, just the area where we're going to start to enter into this bigger bracket, will act as resistance. And then of course here the golden ratio, that will be the biggest level of resistance. Again, if we get CPI lower than expected, way lower than expected, expect a pump into that golden ratio, but also an immediate rejection from there. And we will most likely get then support from the golden ratio. So here, if again, the entry level is still the same, $58,400 also for this trade. The bullish divergence will be confirmed here on this daily chart once we are breaking that level convincingly and have a daily close above it. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, the dominance is moving to the upside a little bit with Bitcoin breaking here this downward sloping trend. In like an hour, when we move to the upside, expect the dominance also to go to the upside. That is not a bad thing because most of the altcoins will go with Bitcoin to the upside. Just in terms of Bitcoin pairs, some coins are going to suffer, of course, you know, if the dominance is going up. But I don't expect that we push above 55%. And once we're getting rejected from there, we should get a proper move to the downside in direction of 54% on the dominance. So here, this pattern that I had drawn out here a while ago is overall more or less playing in our favor. The greed, fear and greed index has also not really moved since yesterday, only 1%. So we are still in fear overall. And I'm going to show you now why this is a really good moment to get into altcoins. Because look at these funding rates. The funding rates are insanely low. So nothing is really hot here. Even if I move this here all the way down, you see here, like some coins, they're actually blue, you know, so that is insane. So that means you get paid for holding this long right now. For example, on TIA that moved 80% in the last 3 days already. So this is insane, you know. Then here also Telegram, also blue. Then here, WorldCoin blue. Here a little bit light blue, a Dogecoin light blue, a meme coin, you know, so it's crazy. It's crazy. So the market is telling you this is the right moment to position yourself in spot and low leverage positions for the next leg to the upside. That is about to happen because everybody that wanted to sell is already out. Nobody wants to sell anymore. They have all left the building. Now it's time to build positions to go back to the upsides. And also our Ethereum trade is doing really well here. Remember, we have also bullish divergence here that will be confirmed when we are breaking $3,158. And our trade setup is here in full swing, you know, so to the $4,000 level. Again, if you are not in since $3,065 where I called it, you can still get in when we break $3,150. But of course, your stop loss will be then a little bit higher because you have to change the entry all the way up here. So you have then a 6% stop loss for the same trade setup, but the risk to reward ratio is still fine. So, and of course you have a little bit less profit, but overall that is still a good trade that you can take. Just be aware that we have, of course, on the way up some resistance that we are facing, but still solid setup, guys. If you want to get into this, don't forget, I'm trading all my altcoin trades on a BYBIT here. I have a new FDM trade. You see here, I sold there, I bought back here, I bought back a little bit lower, and now I'm trading this back to the upside to 52.45 cents, the same target that I had given you a couple days ago. And remember, guys, you still get $30,000 if you sign up on BYBIT with the link in the description. That is where I mainly trade my altcoins. Now, here you see, if you would have taken the same trade with me together, you would be up here 4.5% on that setup since we entered. And yeah, the only bigger resistance is coming in here in terms of this downward sloping trend line, which is a moving target of 52 to like 50 cents, depending on where we are trying to touch it. But my overall target will remain here, the 60 cent level. I think we are going to see a move there really, really quickly. As quick we came down, as quickly we will go back up, in my opinion here, to complete this on this 4-hourly chart. Another trade that we took together was near. I'm personally up 15.4% or something right now. If I look here, yeah, okay, 14.7% right now. There's so much more room here on the daily to go up in terms of the RSI, stochastic RSI, MACD just flipped bullish. So if you missed also this trade, you can still get into this when we are breaking here this downward sloping trend line of the falling wedge, which would be sitting here at no, you need to wait until we break this resistance block here. So at $5.25. So you will miss another 10% potentially. But this is for your own sake. You know, you don't want to enter this beforehand because here is a big resistance block and we could get rejected from there. And then maybe you get a better opportunity down here, like at $4.58 or something to enter instead of at $5.25. You know, so if we come back down here to like $4.65, $5.58, something like this, that will be a good entry level on a retracement. So you have to potentially be a little bit more patient here. But for you guys who got with me into this trade, I adjusted my stop loss a little bit here to $3.97. But technically we can move this even higher, you know. So we could move our stop loss here actually to our entry level if we wanted to without any problems at all. So, and just here you see on Margex is the trade that I have. I used only $200, but you see you can even make with small money, big money. I'm up here almost $1,000, $812 right now, 400% on this trade on Margex. Also Margex, if you want to trade there, link is in the description below. I trade here on Cross. I have, I think, $4,000 in this account. So quite unlikely that I'm going to get liquidated when I'm up already here 14% on this trade overall. And you see this just going higher, especially if we break here these support and resistance level at $4.89. This will shoot directly up to $5.25 in my opinion. Now, new trades, guys, new trades. Yeah, so here our new trade setup for optimism. You need to wait until we break here above that lower low at $1.78 approximately. Once we are breaking above that, that's the moment where I want to enter and trade this to $2.74 approximately. That is 53.7% return on this trade against a 13% stop loss, so 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. Here you cannot use excessive leverage, you know, so you cannot use like 20x, you know, because you will get liquidated unless you would use cross, which I don't recommend if you don't know how to use it. Only can trade this with like 3, 4, maximum 5x, you know, maximum. If you want to use any leverage on that. But for a trade like this, you normally don't even need leverage. And also take profits along the way here at these levels that I have pointed out. $1.88, $2.10, $2.36, $2.56, $2.74. So this is also how I'm going to trade this. Here on the daily chart, stochastic looks soon a little bit overextended, but MACD is bullish. RSI just entered close to 50%. So if we get a small push higher, then most likely we're getting also continuation because of the few that will be added when we take out here this prior lower low. Of course, here's now a new lower low. But once we are taking this out, we should see another nice move to the upside. So if you want this lower low indicator, that is also one that you find in the MDX Algo suite. Again, if you want this MDX Algo suite and get a 10% discount for purchasing the indicator suite, go in the description below and in the pinned comments. And there will actually be soon presets, AMCrypto presets. I'm negotiating this right now with the team to get AMCrypto presets. So you can directly go, if you buy the MDX Algo suite, choose AMCrypto and you get all the indicators that I'm using, all the settings that I'm using in these for these indicators with all the presets, and you see the same thing that I'm seeing on a daily basis, which is amazing. So now Rune starts to explode here. I kind of regret that I closed my Rune trade. What means closed? I got wigged out on my stop loss that I raised. Yeah, that is what happened. So, but if you are in the Rune trade, you're doing well right now with that move here to the upside. So we have here a demand zone. That's why we are pushing now to the upside, a newly created demand zone. expect that we move here all the way up to $3.88 and potentially then all the way up to this downward sloping trend line to test this as resistance, and also here in alignment support resistance area of $4.10. So remember, Rune can move really, really quickly, really, really fast. So this can happen in a matter of a couple of days. Overall, we are looking bullish here on the 4-hourly chart with the stochastic about to print a buy signal, MACD printing darker green candles here, which is also a sign of continuation for Rune here to the upside. Another coin that I have my eyes on, oh wow, Theta is ripping, guys. Crazy. So I was looking at to enter here on this W. So now it might be a little bit too late, guys, to catch this, unless we come back to retest one more time that level, but I don't think that we are going to do that. So, and we are halfway through to the technical target, so 2% more, and we are there on that 1-hourly chart. So for this trade up, we are setup, we are too late. Let me see, can I find something else? Here is another trade, guys, but this is a big one. So this is a big one. So here you see here that ascending triangle. So that is also more a swing trade. Not gonna lie, guys, a swing trade. But now we try to break above that, and here you get a technical target all the way up to $1.67. So for this trade, you're not too late. Your stop loss would be slightly under here, the neckline of the W pattern at like $1. I would actually go all the way to like $1.37. So just to be safe, $1.37 would be my stop loss here. Yeah, $1.37. And then I would wait here until this daily candle is closed above $1.46. Once you get here $1.40.6, this daily candle above that, you can enter this trade and swing this to $1.67. Here you can use a little bit more leverage, like 7-8x, something like this. But also here I would not use anything more than that. So now let's pick a winner for the Prime giveaway, Prime XBT giveaway. Again, guys, if you also want to win $1,000 here every single week on Prime XBT, sign up, deposit at least $100, and then keep them there until you are picked as a winner, potentially. So we do this every single week. You only need to sign up and open an account there, deposit $100, and then wait until I pick you as a winner. So the winner for today is this account number, 132473. Congratulations. You are one of the 2 winners that I will allocate $500 into your Prime XBT account. I will send you a special code for that. Send me a screenshot to info@amcrypto.us that you own this account. I need to see this number on your account so that I can let this get credited into your account. And guys, that's already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.